Hey guys, welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. I'm Avery.
I'm Sierra.
And last time, we followed those coordinates that Gaia received, that were supposedly from, what's its name?
Aletheia.
Aletheia, yes. We followed them.
Whoa, where's she running to?
We found rebels, sons of Prometheus, and a Zenith there, which were having a fight. And the Zenith was actually shot by a son of Prometheus weapon that shut her shield down, and then she was killed. But we explored the ruin that was there, and we learned that the signal was pretty much the Zeniths found Aletheia, right?
Yeah.
And they sent Beta there with one of the Zeniths. Beta slipped her captors, hid in a cryopod thing, and when... Oh no, I think they sent in Beta by herself, probably, right?
Yeah.
They sent in Beta by herself. She sent the Zeniths Aletheia, but she
was guarding her.
Yeah, but she also sent Gaia the SOS message. So we found Beta, along with she also stole their Gaia kernel because she said that she told Zenith she'd be able to capture Aletheia faster with the Gaia kernel. So we brought her back to our base, so now the Zeniths don't have a kernel anymore, and they don't have Beta anymore. And Beta was upset because she thought we'd be farther along in our plan than she expected, because we're not even close to getting Hephaestus.
She basically called us all dumbasses.
Yeah, so she freaked out. I don't really like Beta. She seems
bitchy.
Kind of bitchy, but yeah. And then we also talked to Gaia. She has more dialogue back at the base, so we're going to be heading back there at the start of this.
We do know Zenith has Aletheia, Apollo, and Artemis.
Yeah, so they have all three of those. So they're not lost. But there's also a side mission back at the base.
Their Apollo was their Apollo, not our Apollo.
Yeah. But we're going to be heading back to the base for that side mission once we're done here. Also, we learned from Beta that the Zeniths aren't descendants of the people that were sent off. They are just immortal.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Okay. So, let's take a look at this last one, the Renegade Sentinel. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one's very different, actually.
Yeah. It's
okay.
green.
I'll use it.
That should help you stand out.
Cool.
Okay. And we'll go get a face paint. Last time we also made it halfway through the game. So now we are 50% through. That is exciting. Okay. Face paint. So right now we're using Carter's Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
We've done all these ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Carja Scholar. Okay.
Little circles.
He's got like some major eyeliner or something going on.
Yeah.
Eyeshadow. Oh, this is the last Carja one. Okay.
Oh no, then we're moving on to not. Come down, Aloy, so we can see. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Let's head back to the base, talk to Gaia, and do that side mission, whatever that consists of. Oh, we gave Gaia... What we did with Gaia is we wanted her to figure out what the Sons of Prometheus shot at the Zenith.
Oh, yeah.
But she said that once it was like a test weapon, and once it blew up, it kind of like destroyed itself.
And we concluded it was probably Silence.
Yeah, Silence gave them whatever the fuck that is. So that's what we did with Gaia.
But we don't like Silence. I'm not as mad at him as Aloy is.
Yeah. His decisions are questionable and morally wrong, probably.
He's a dick who only cares about himself, but
he's not like...
He's not evil.
Yeah, I don't think he's like any sort of threat. Maybe unintentionally he's a threat.
Yeah, I don't think he would really try to threaten us.
Yeah. Just a bit of a dick.
Probably because he knows that we're better than him.
Okay, Gaia. Okay, her dialogue's still here. I was concerned that she wouldn't have more dialogue for us. Hi, Gaia.
Hi, Gaia.
Can we ask how her training's going?
Ask her about companions. No, about the old world and our progress. And
So I guess
questions
it's basically
about
training.
I think we already talked about all these, right?
Yeah, I think they're grayed out.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
I mean, this one is.
But
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming
but now we're
system
talking
to
about
wipe
it
out
in
life
terms
on
of
Earth.
Beta.
Oh.
Start over. So they can build it how they want.
Further
That's what I've been
supporting our hypothesis.
Yeah.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius.
I guess that's true.
They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Okay,
Turning
that's
Earth
fair.
into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground.
Okay, so these are different.
They're different. What?
Dialogues.
Oh,
Zenith's immortality. Okay, we'll leave that for last. Their technology.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
Oh. And then immortality.
So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Their identities.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena.
She's dead.
Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know
Yeah,
anything
Gaia would
about
know
them?
wouldn't she?
Unfortunately,
Oh.
no. My personal database is limited
course.
to those who worked on Zero Dawn. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dalgard, was ever publicly known.
Right.
Yeah, we know about that.
He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
Okay. Back. Support functions. I'll skip all the
So,
ones that we've already listened
I'll be-
to.
you mentioned that
Yeah, weather patterns in the...
We have
that'll
it.
be a relief for the Tenakth. One of their villages is still recovering after a mudslide caused the whole place to flood.
A little bit different
I
this
will
time.
continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Thank you.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. The one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still
That's
active.
fair.
Yeah.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Yeah.
Maybe it also felt at home there.
Okay. Our progress. Companions.
How's Katalo doing?
I have detected that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him.
I wonder why.
In an effort to remedy this, I have discussed a potential
Are you
solution.
making a
Synthetic?
fake arm?
I believe he will want to fill you in on the details.
Is that what the side mission is?
Ooh.
A solution? I'll check in with him when I can then.
Synthetic. Synthetic.
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it.
Guy, you're doing like 50,000 things at once here.
Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
I don't think Guy
Indeed.
cares about that.
While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism.
Oh god.
She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Utaro said that they only started eating meat because
So they had to.
Yeah, all their stuff got fucked.
How's Erend handling things?
You're rocking out.
He is
Not
becoming
great, though.
increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident,
What did he do?
he unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to
How
his
did you do
head.
that?
Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
She's been collecting them.
Mm-hmm.
Beta.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay.
She's probably gonna disappear.
I gave
at
her a
some point.
focus.
Gonna
Yeah.
have to go get
Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
Real cool.
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess,
Yeah.
and less pessimistic.
Yeah.
It is true she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
And then she regretted
I
it.
guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
Okay. And about the old world. Okay. Now, this place.
So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
Mm-hmm.
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from
Yes,
the
yes.
Apollo database, they would have then been guided
Yeah.
here to. As that never happened, this place.
Until Minerva decided to settle here.
Okay.
So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
Oh, so those are
I'll keep a lookout.
real time views then?
That's what I said. And you were like,
Did you?
nah. Yeah.
Oh.
We literally talked about that in like one of the past couple episodes.
Old world discoveries.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too.
Okay.
So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world, an effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right.
Right. because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
Okay.
The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum.
Yeah.
A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis.
Oh.
Do you know anything about it?
War.
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures returned to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
Okay.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them.
Oh. Okay.
When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
Obviously.
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising.
Okay, that's it. Bye.
I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
Yeah, because I think the point of those things is that you can see, like, when stuff starts getting better.
Yeah.
Like, the ones that have all the blight won't have
Yeah,
it.
definitely when we get Demeter back, we'll check up on some of them, because I know some definitely have blight in them. Supercells, which Aether's supposed to remedy, aren't as common as blight.
Yeah. You could probably see them in them before, but wouldn't be able to
I'm
recognize it
hoping
now.
not to hear any more supercells in the distance.
Shouldn't.
So it's kind of frustrating because, like, the people who made this game obviously know what's going on and they made all this lore and shit, but since Gaia technically isn't supposed to know anything, she can only tell us her speculations.
Yeah.
So they had to make, like, what actually happened and then what Gaia would know of that event based on her knowledge.
Well, does Katalo have something? We were told to go talk to him, but the side mission is up.
Hello.
Do you want a middle arm?
Something on your mind?
Your arm, yeah. Or lack thereof. Nope.
We were
should hang
literally
out.
told to go talk to
On the
him.
wings
Yeah,
of the
that'll-
10.
Thank you. Maybe that'll come into play. Okay, so what do you got? Aaron, can you chill out over there?
He's just chilling.
Alright.
There is something I'd like to discuss.
What is it, Zoe?
It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
What do you want?
Okay.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain.
You think?
Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
So
You mean Grimoires? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
Yeah, Will.
What? We'll be
We'll do
fine.
it together.
Oh,
Bless you, Aloy.
Okay.
I'll send you the location of the machines.
pretty sure I could do it myself. And, you know, not put Zoe in harm's way, but
I'll let you know when I get
or
close to
maybe
those
like Marl
Grimhorns.
would.
Good. If we can get
Volunteer.
their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Okay, the second verse. Where the fuck is that? That show on there. Oh, it's just there? Just outside of... north of the Grove?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can go there. I have to go to a fire to do that, but... this way. Okay, well, since we are halfway through the game, we're going to give a little bit of a mid-game review here. Obviously, they will be subject to change at the end of the game, and just what we're seeing so far.
Thought those looked like snow clouds.
Any storms? No. Okay. Well, what are you thinking so far?
Why do I have to go first?
Oh, okay.
You go first.
I'll go first. So far... Oh, she has a room right there. Hold on. Sometimes I listen to these rumors in between episodes, because they just give us random quests. That we'll do eventually.
I
Anyway.
see you, champion.
What do you want?
A caravan of Asura make camp in the still sands south of here.
Yeah.
We've tolerated them so far. But their leader's a greedy profiteer. He steps out of line, I'll gladly send the whole camp packing.
That's fair enough.
That's just the salvage, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh, that's Solana, and that's... Oh, so that's different. These, then Karuf's salvage.
I'm guessing she just gave you the location of where a side mission's gonna be. That's what my theory is.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway.
Sounds like the Oseram are taking quite a risk being out here. Maybe I should talk to them. Find out what they're doing.
So far, I'm really liking it. They've added a lot that I think is better than the first one, but also some stuff that I don't think is as good as the first one. I think I like the combat. It's fairly similar, but I like the addition of the weapon techniques. It adds some fun things that you can do besides just shooting your bow over and over again. And I really like the bolt blaster. I find some of the animations to be a little weird. Like when I silent strike a machine, it just kind of freezes in place until it's done and then it just kind of falls over.
It does, you're right.
Some of the some of the smoke effects when you go into the cauldron seem kind of 2D, and just some small things that I don't know, just seem out of place. Also, I think the NPCs are very similar to each other, which I understand that in games not every NPC can look completely different, but I liked in Zero Dawn where a lot of them were very unique, and I never really saw two that looked similar, but like all the Tanakh have
we
three
see
hairs.
the same Tanakh all the time. Like those ones with the weird headband, weird ear things, whatever
Yeah,
they are.
so-
We see that one all the time.
And maybe it's because they're more militarized and they have more codes for, what they can wear and what their hair can be and shit like that.
But I feel like it's not it.
But they seem very similar. And then also, Chakotay, the Sky Clan leader, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He looked very similar to the dude in the Daunt, just kind of Tanakh instead of Oseram, and I think main characters should be completely unique. So just small nitpicks there. I think the stash is a little OP,
A little.
especially since I can just pick up as many things as I want and they'll just go to the stash. So I'm never gonna run out of anything. which I think kind of takes the resource management side out of it. But I don't know. As for story goes, I like the Gaia story, like getting all the subordinate functions and finding. Like, I just like that. I think the Farzenists are a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
Especially because at first I was like when they first showed up, I was like, oh, aliens, okay, whatever. And then like we found out they were Zeniths, and I was like, okay, that makes a little more sense. But now we found out that they're just immortal, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And like there being like another Aloy, pretty much. I mean, it makes sense. I really like the mystery of Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
And this one still has mystery, and it's still like you don't completely know what's going on, but I'm not as like invested in it, you know?
Yeah.
Move, bird. But I think that's all I really got.
Okay.
I also think there's too many machines, especially with the variations.
Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy.
There's like 20 different burrowers, and I don't think there needs to be 20 different burrowers. Like maybe if it was like burrower and then apex burrower, then that's fine. But there's just too much. I do like the addition of like you need to shoot off certain components to upgrade, and I think that gives you more of a reason to aim for certain spots.
It gets annoying with the audience, so.
Yeah, it does get annoying, but I think
because it really ruins some cinematic moments by trying to get their shit.
And that's my fault.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said
but, like,
as the audience watching you.
If I need a rock breaker tail and the first one I see is in like a story mission, then I haven't seen him anywhere else, and I kind of feel obligated to get his resource.
Yeah, but especially when they're like trying to set up something for you to do and you completely ignore it, just trying to get the parts.
Yeah, like I did that Slither thing.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Kind of takes away from the story.
Yeah. But again, that's my fault, so. Anything else? I like the addition of you can organize your toolbar now. I'm just trying to finish up my thoughts before we do this side mission. The toolbar, I like that we can organize that. I think the health, I think the health makes it more difficult, but also kind of easier because there's health everywhere. It just sometimes gets annoying having to like restock it in the middle of a fight, but that's just like rationing. And the Valors are cool, but I kind of forget to use them sometimes.
Yeah, you just started out getting the best ones, so now none of them are going to be better.
Yeah. I also think there might be too many skills, or maybe too many types of skills. Like Trapper, I don't think is necessary. Machine Master, I don't think is necessary. Again, these just aren't really things that appeal to me.
I disagree with that. I'd say we don't need all the different, like...
Small ones?
No, I don't think we need the... What are they called?
Weapon techniques?
Yeah, I don't think we need all of the weapon techniques there are, because you're not going to use all of them.
Yeah.
But I think the skills is just they're trying to suit everybody's playstyle.
That's
so
fair.
I don't see anything wrong with
There's
that.
also, like, skills that I don't really see the need for at all. Like, I've used a smoke bomb once on accident, I think, and I don't never know why I would need Silent Strike Heal. Like, those are two things that I don't see the appeal of at all. But
yeah, I'm just saying I don't see a problem with what the skill trees are.
I do like that they've put more work into the melee combat.
Oh, definitely.
That's really nice. Except
you don't really use it. You try.
You find like a few things that you like, and then you kind of stick to those.
Exactly.
And the things they teach you in the melee pits are kind of like situational that you're never going to use.
Yeah.
Like attack the guy in front and then jump over him to attack the guy in the back. Like what? But yeah, I do like the character bios. There might be too many collectibles.
Yeah.
But I mean, they make sense for the most part. Maybe take out the ornaments.
Well, we don't know what those are for yet.
I don't like the Vista points either. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think I like what it's doing, but it might be doing too much.
Yeah.
Overall. You got anything else?
We'll probably talk about it if we have another.
This is where Zoe said we'd find the
Not
Grimhorns she needs
interesting
parts from
moment later.
to heal Plainsong's land gods. I should let her know I'm here.